So real quick, I'm gonna go over the trade recap on why I took this exact trade. I usually take all my trades on the 15-second time frame. So uh, this morning we were following what Blake and Patty were looking at as well. We saw that nice sell come from that Judas swing during 9:30 open, right? We wanted to see bearishness because we just looked bearish. We got that nice sell, but because it wasn't time yet, I didn't like the fact that we were doing this right before the kill zone. So I was anticipating that this was a part of the Judas swing, and that this would be the point in time where we would reverse. Why also do I think we'd reverse? Well, we're coming down to the new day or the new week opening gap, right? So because during London or this was early morning, we tapped into that. I wanted to see if price was gonna do the same. So we actually did tap the top of that new week opening gap and then decided to rally away. We did also have this 15-second fair value gap tap into that did not get disrespected because if it did, it would have to cross this line. So because we didn't, this would still be considered a valid 15-second fair value gap. Then we had no entries, no clear entries, not even on the 1 minute time frame, up until we got to this point, right? I saw a tiny ass little fair value gap, wanted to see that hold, take my entry. Unfortunately, I was a bit late because I am trying to teach my brother how to trade. So we both took an entry here. Unfortunately, his stop loss was too short, so he got stopped out on this wick down. But this was also a 15-second fair value gap that got respected. So then price continued to, chop around, chop around. Um, because I was teaching him, uh, I closed my trade sooner than I wanted to, but I was expecting to close out this entire range, targeting uh, these highs, right? We had relative equal highs resting above here. I wanted to, if also this gray box, um, to me, if we wanted to be bearish, we would have sold. But the fact that we're coming back into it tells me that we're bullish. So this gray box must get invalidated with quickness, with momentum, which is what we got. Unfortunately, it was a bit choppy at first, so I told my brother you have two options. You can either close your trade now and be satisfied with whatever profit you're taking, or um, hold your trade until your stop loss. And what I also told him was, there's a chance that we reverse here and we just get stopped out and price just chops because it's a no news Monday, and most likely we could do nothing at all today. We could just chop. And then he decided to close the trade. So he closed it about somewhere here, barely in profit. He ended the day like $25 up. I'm ending the day about like $500 up. But this was essentially what I was looking for in the trade, right? We had those fair value gaps held on 15-second time frame as well as the 1 minute time frame. We see this nice rejection candle, right? Closing out right below this. What I would consider a rejection off of a fair value gap is that if the wick or if the body close is beneath the fair value gap or above the fair value gap, right? Oh no, beneath, always beneath the fair value gap and gets that close, and you only get left with that wick as the rejection, that's a valid rejection in my opinion. And then price comes down to it again and reverses. So that was a trade. And yeah.